So today we're talking about the fact that nobody is perfect. Nobody's living a perfect, healthy life. Nobody's the perfect parent for their kids. No, mom is the perfect mom. Though I feel like my mom is the perfect mom for me, and your mom is the perfect mom for you, and you're the perfect mom for your child, just as I'm the perfect father for my children. But recently, I put up a post about breastfeeding and the high value there is in breastfeeding. Breastfeeding for a year, 2 years potentially, and that is extremely valuable. I mean, if we could do something for our kiddos to mitigate their risk of allergies and maximize their capacity for well-being, breastfeeding them would be a thing we'd want to do. However, there's all kinds of women out there um, who are not able to breastfeed, and they put all kinds of effort out to try to breastfeed, and it just doesn't work out. And so, if you're somebody like that, there's no shame. You don't need to feel guilty. Uh, you put out the effort, and there's plenty of us out there. The dad doesn't think the feeding is important, so he tells the wife, just go back to work. Let's just get him formula, or the mom doesn't feel like it's important and goes back to work, and now they feel ashamed. Later on in life, think I wish I would have breastfed my kid. It's okay. Nothing we can do to change the past. I can tell you, my mom breastfed me, from all historical accounts we know, for my first 6 months of life, and then started feeding me soy formula after that. Which, of course, soy formula is not the best thing to give your kiddo, but back in 1980, they thought it was gold, right? And they forgot that God created this whole breastfeeding thing to enable a more robust immune system and a better capacity for a human being to do life later on if you were breastfed as a child. So I can guarantee you my mom would be like, man, I mean, I know this from speaking to her, that she wishes she would have breastfed me longer. And who knows, maybe it would have benefited me somehow. I mean, it wouldn't have hurt me, that's for sure. But there's no, like, I'm not ticked off at her because of that. And hopefully she's not like bummed out because she didn't do it or anything like that. There's nothing you do to change that. We all just learn new things as we go along. I would also say for myself, I used to drink oat milk lattes. And until I did some research and looked into things like, man, what is going on here? I'm surprised. Let me look at that ingredient label. Let me see what's in there. And then I was like, whoa, man, I wish I would have been drinking those oat milk lattes, but there's nothing I can do about it now. So I'm just going to do my best to put more awesome food in me. Or, as a teenager, like I've talked about before, I was eating so much junk food, so much deep dish pizzas and like bagel dogs from Costco or Schwansman and, all kinds of candies and just like out of control. Uh, but I learned, whoa, I don't have to do that. There's a better way. There's ways that I can, enjoy life, enjoy food, and it not be this highly processed, Franken food. And so I changed my ways. So I could look back and be like, just live my life, shame, disgust at myself for doing that, for not taking care of this temple that God gave me. Or I'd be like, you know what? Today is what I have to work with. I'm really going to take care of myself today. I'm going to put out full effort today to take care of myself, take care of my 6 kiddos, and do my very, very best with the knowledge I have. Because knowledge is expanding just exponentially, right? Nonstop, everywhere. We're learning new things all the time. I mean, almost daily, we could find out that, oh man, that may not be the very best thing I could do for myself or my kid, or how I'm raising my children. That may not be the very, very best thing. And I think about even with our first daughter, we had her actually in a hospital, and then we had the next 5 kiddos at home. But our first one we had in the hospital, and as soon as the baby came out of the womb, she came out. They washed her. Actually, I washed her. I put her in the tub and washed her. And I think, Matt, come on, why would you do that to her? All that beautiful bacteria that was just covering her body from coming out of the vaginal canal. It's you just like wash it all off. That's like now essentially her risk for allergies and that kind of stuff is higher. Her skin's not as robust as it could have been. Straight out of the womb. But there's nothing I can do to take that back. All I can do is do my very best to one. She was breastfed for over 2 years, which is fantastic, right? And then which that wasn't my doing. That was my wife, she's total amazing mama. But then, just feeding her whole real food. And another thing that I did that I think, why was I doing that? I would put in her smoothies this vegetarian protein, probably when she was like, I don't know, 14, 16 months old or so. And I think back like, man, why was I giving her that? Like, there's nothing that says that's of any, great benefit for her. Totally unnecessary. Why? I wish I would have had, like some goat whey to give her back then. But I can live in like remorse and shame and, oh my goodness, forget it. I just feel like, man, I'm just really sucking as a dad. Or I can be like, okay, how can I get her more nourishing food now? How can I get her fruit and her vegetables and clean grass-fed meats and goat milk instead of these other processed fake milks and that kind of thing. So we all have things that we've done, especially on the health sphere, either to ourselves, to our children, doing our best, and yet we find out now it may have not been the best thing. So please, you do your best, and you readily go forth and look for knowledge from knowledgeable individuals. And just like I personally am not taking a whole lot of inspiration, information from males who don't have any children telling me how to parent my kids. I'm taking information on parenting from other people who have a bunch of kids whose children have grown up and are doing fabulous and are well versed in life on the emotional, the physical, the spiritual, relational, financial front. I'm getting information from them. So I think that is one thing to consider whenever we gather information, especially in the health sphere, because it is just blowing up everywhere, nonstop, all over the place. Like, it's too much. But I would highly suggest, whatever situation you find yourself in, where it is like parenting, like how can I get my kids better food? How can I serve my children better and make sure they're getting the nourishment they need? Or breastfeeding wise, how can I do that better? Or is it important? Is it not important? Look for individuals. You probably heard this a million times, but so many of us forget to do this. Look for individuals, families who are demonstrating, not just with their words or the book they wrote, but with their life, that they literally are prospering in that area. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope this allows you, whatever you've done to yourself or to your family, the only thing you can do is move forward and take full advantage of right now, right here, today. And I'm not doing milk lattes anymore. We're breastfeeding our kids for 2 years or more if they're willing. I'm not putting vegetable proteins in my kiddos' drinks anymore, and we're not washing our babies after they're born. We're learning. We've learned, and then we're taking action to make sure our kiddos have the best opportunity to thrive in life. And you can do the exact same thing. No shame, no guilt, just taking one more step forward and acting on the best information you have available to yourself. I'm Dr. Matt. Please like, subscribe, send this around to any family members, parents, mamas out there, and make sure they're encouraged